Here is something that you might relate to. We put a beautiful strategy in the beginning of the year. We agree to it. End of year comes, nothing has been done or very little has been done. Why does this happen? Because managers get bogged down into the detail work, the busy work and the firefighting all year, and they do not have time for the strategic initiatives that they committed to do. Another reason is that managers can understand the strategy at a high level, but cannot see how to transcend that strategy and align it with what they do on the ground. There is a solution for this, and that is KPI management. We brought in the best practices from important concepts and from actual implementations and case studies worldwide, and from our own experience in this, and we put that together into a solution, which is KPI management as a service. This is how it works. We do 4 simple steps. First of all, we start with strategy articulation, which means we look at the strategy. If your strategy is lots of pages, but very hard to understand or hard to implement or to interpret on the ground for the team or for the department managers, we help you articulate the strategy in a couple of pages. Once we have it in a couple of pages and we have it in a way that can be interpreted and implemented on the ground, we can proceed with KPI management. But to have a strategy that is too long, that does not really touch reality, it's going to be very hard to implement. And this is what happens with organizations. Lots of executives say we put a strategy, we share it with the team, we share it with the department managers, everybody shakes their head, but nothing gets implemented on the ground. One of the reasons is that the strategy might be too theoretical, too much into high level, and cannot be really brought down to the ground. People cannot relate to it on what they are doing on the ground. And this is where we come in and do strategy articulation. Strategy articulation requires as little as an hour with the executive team to look at the strategy and articulate it in a way that will make it easier for us to take it and implement it on the ground. Next step, we do a workshop for the managers, the first level managers. So what we want from the managers is to understand the strategy, understand why KPIs are important. We want them to buy into 2 ideas, developing position contracts and KPI management. We want to show them how this is in their best interest. It will help them focus. It will help them achieve much more than if they did not have this. And it helps them understand the expectations of management and align to these expectations. And this is what we try to do in this short workshop. Next, we come on the ground we go on the ground for 1 week, and we help these managers put together what we call the position contract. Position contracts are different than job descriptions. Position contracts focus on the desired outcomes and results that we need to achieve to be able to meet our goals and to fulfill and implement our strategy. So it is a way to help us execute strategy by focusing on the results that are desired from this implementation. So in position contracts, we put KPIs, we put objectives, we put key results, and we ensure a handshake between the upper management and the manager who is responsible for a department or for a unit to ensure that they have an agreement on what is expected from this department. We don't stop there. We also help organizations track, which means we are there on a regular basis, quarterly or monthly, to ensure that the review of the position contract and the KPIs that is done between upper management and the manager goes smoothly, and that we benefit most from this review. We need to ensure that the review is not a judgment on the person who has to fulfill these KPIs, but it's more of a review of what can be done to support this person. Does the KPI need to change? Does he need or she needs more support? What needs to happen to ensure that these KPIs are fulfilled? And if they are fulfilled, how to build actually on these successes. Throughout this, we use lots of tools. We try to focus on tools that are on the cloud. We focus on tools that allow you to track on mobile. So we give the organization a tool that suits their needs, easy to use, clear reporting, good dashboards that help you review and communicate the picture.